tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Well, good afternoon, all of you Days of Our Lives fans. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin' Days, where we give you a full recap of your hit favorite soap opera, Days of Our Lives. I am your host, Tony Moore, and I am joined by my lovely co-host. We have the one and only future ex of Billy Flynn.
Ex? Mark J Freeman, not an ex.
We also have my chocolate twin, the Quiet Storm.
James Lott Jr.
Hey, y'all.
Hi. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all.
Hi, it's been a while.
It has been
I'm
a
back.
while.
I'm back.
You are back. Well,
Hi,
welcome
Brittany.
back.
Say you guys, she's saying hi to all of us.
Hello,
Hi, Brittany. Hi, Brittany.
Okay, so first off, first order of business, I'm sure you guys have already recognized the fact that we have a brand new logo.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And we had our logo contest a few weeks ago, and we have kept very quiet about it. But we can now show you the official Dishin' Days logo. And the winner of our logo contest is Miss Emma Rudd. So congratulations
Yes,
to
Emma.
Emma,
Thank you,
who
Emma.
has provided us with a lovely logo. You, my dear, have won an autographed book of the 50th anniversary book, and we will get that to you. And
Is that the one we had signed at Day of Days?
yeah, so we have
great.
signed a Day of Days.
Yeah.
And then we also have 2 other prizes to give away, and we will do that later on today. But if you...
Did we sign it? We
don't think so. I don't think I
We need to
signed
sign
it.
it for Emma.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Yeah.
We'll do that. We'll sign it for Emma. We will. And
great idea.
if you haven't noticed from our interview with Francisco, we do have our original diva back in the house engineering us, Miss Alexis.
Yay!
Hey! I am so glad to be back.
We're
My
happy.
Sundays are
Welcome
now
back.
full of love and appreciation. And also, come on, I need the Days of Our Lives sass.
That's
mean,
right.
Listen, that's all you are going to get is that. Look at her. She said, I'm going to put the camera on.
Yeah, no, you didn't think I was going to do that? Happy Days of Our Lives.
Alexis, you ain't cute.
Oh, excuse you. I can leave. I'll just
don't.
leave it on the wide.
No.
Ooh.
Bye-bye.
As long as I'm seen, I am A-O.
Get out of here. Do your thing.
Welcome back,
girl.
Alexis.
Welcome
Thank you,
back.
guys.
So glad to have you back.
And she'll be with us for...
Ever.
Forever. For all of our...
Forever and ever,
soap-
ever.
Ever?
Hey, if you want to take a
Ever.
vacation, just make sure we know in advance.
No, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I'm going to go now.
Well, make sure you guys aren't taking any vacations because all of our special announcements and everything will be posted on our Facebook, Instagram, and now Twitter. So
Yes.
make sure you guys like us, follow us, Dishin' Days on Facebook and Instagram, and @_Dishin' Days on Twitter. Go ahead and do that. All right, so let's get right into it because we're starting off a little bit late, and next thing you know, it's going to be 5:20 just in time for a GH report. So now it's time to start Dishin' Days.
Oh, this is so long.
No, oh, thank you. Set it and,
And
forget
forget
it.
it.
All right, so let's start with this storyline that everyone was talking about.
Yes.
Sierra, Chase, and Theo. I will have to admit, it was a little creepy. But I felt like I feel like Chase is such a troubled teen, a very troubled soul, and he's very influenced right now. And Andre, I blame Andre because he put the bug in his ear to be a strong person, to be like this towards Sierra because that's what she needs. And then I think he took it a step too far.
Yeah.
I'm just glad they didn't. I'm glad that it was implied and not shown. I'm very
I'm glad they didn't.
I'm very thankful about that, because just even the way that they did it with like the throwing on the couch and the tears and the hand over the mouth, and then the whole aftermath of seeing just like her skirt ripped and everything, I was just like, I can't handle that. And then jolly old Jen comes in, hyped up on her pills, and like, I feel like regular Jennifer would have recognized the fact that Sierra was like a mess. And
the lights were off, in her defense.
That
was dark in the room. I actually thought it was weird that the light didn't get turned on.
Yeah, it turned on.
That everything kind of happened in the dark, but whatever.
Maybe because
they clearly don't listen to what I have to say.
Maybe because whatever happens in the dark
stays in the dark.
Light.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Oh,
so I've ranted. How do you guys feel about this?
Well, I feel that.
Oh, here we go. I feel it coming.
Let me sit up for a minute. I'm not really happy with this twist at all, because I'm not sure who Chase really is, what he's supposed to be. It's the same with Aiden. I didn't know who he was supposed to be either. Like, was Aiden actually a bad guy caught in a bad situation? Or was he a good guy and caught in a bad situation? And all that might happen so fast and so crazily with the whole Aiden Hope thing. I'm not sure what he was about. So you decide to keep Chase. And if they made him just troubled, that's one thing. But I'm just not sure, like, how am I supposed to feel about Chase? Well, now he's ruined, basically. I mean, it's just he raped Sierra. I mean, there's nothing. What more can you go from there?
I feel like if that was the route that they were going, I would have liked for him to be maybe a little more obsessed with her.
Possibly.
To the point where maybe it was a bit scary, where then we would be like, we could have sensed like, Sierra, you in danger, girl.
Yeah. Right. And I'm seeing folks online who have said they're blaming Hope. You can't blame Hope because she kept chasing the house and they lived together like brother and sister.
Right?
I mean, that's kind of. I think that's a little extreme by saying they're blaming Hope with this. I just think it's not her. You can't. It's not her fault. Yeah. I mean, Chase was just like she kept chasing the family because it wasn't his fault about his father. And so she was doing the right thing by taking. You guys all upset about the way Hope is being written these days. That's the one thing Hope would do. The old Hope would do. She would be helpful to others. Yeah. So she brought Chase in to hold. I'm just gonna let everybody know because everybody gets mad at me when I say stuff like this. But it's completely. He's always like saying he's leading back. It's completely. She's doing what she would do as Hope always takes somebody in. Right. It's not her fault that he raped Sierra and that Sierra. I mean, it doesn't mean anything. They're teenagers.
You know what? I would be like Theo. I don't want to deal with him. Theo was like, nope, I don't forgive him. I think you should stay away from him. I don't like him. Like Theo was like, Theo is my type of guy. He's just like, you know what? Done with you.
Right.
I feel like I'm like that already.
Yeah.
And some folks are saying, okay, they're bringing up Anthony Geary's character, Luke, and it's bringing up Todd Manning on one. Yeah, they redeemed them. I mean, but you knew about their childhood. You knew where they kind of came from. They were on their circumstances. We can't get onto this show; it's the whole other show. But their circumstances were a little different. I think I agree with Tony. If we had a little more of Chase, the pacing is just so fast.
Yeah.
If we had a little more of Chase being more obsessed and kind of falling under Andre's spell a little more, then I could possibly see it.
Yeah, and I mean, go ahead, Mark.
One of my biggest issues is
Billy Flynn wasn't there.
Well, obviously, is that you do this. 3 days after you had a scene or an episode all about Sierra's torn between two lovers, and then 3 days later, he's raping her. Yeah. Like, it just doesn't click to me. Like, I feel like everything that they keep doing just keeps, it's like they do this. Well, why did you do that if you're going to do this? Like, they just don't go together. Like, I feel like then her whole thing should have been about Theo, not about both of them. Because now how do you, and like you said, they're talking about all the people that have raped other people on the show and stuff. It's just like, so that's your intention, is to bring him in, to have him rape her, I don't get it. I don't understand why they would do it. I don't understand Andre giving him meals. Andre now works for Meals on Wheels and just wants to feed Chase. And I just don't, it's just not, that part to me isn't believable. That this high school kid is like being swayed by a muffin in the park. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, let's step it up. I don't know.
You tossed me a junior bacon cheeseburger from Wendy's.
But it wasn't even a junior bacon. Like, I actually would have been like,
Yeah.
okay, if he had a sack with burger and fries, yes, the teenage kid's going to be like, oh yeah, totally. A muffin in the park.
It was
Come on.
breakfast.
But it just doesn't add up. It doesn't add up, and it doesn't add up that what Andre says to Chase, you know, his whole, I mean, you can tell that that's what they were setting it up so that Chase can now go, yeah, well, Andre told me. No, but you did it.
Right.
Regardless of what Andre said, you did it.
But
and if you're going to be, and you know, and just all this stuff with Daniel coming back, it's like, so did they know Daniel was going to, or not Daniel.
Aiden, but Daniel Cosgrove.
Yeah, Daniel Cosgrove, sorry. Aiden was coming back. So I pray that this decision was made prior,
This decision?
Yeah. That it was made before they decided to bring Aiden back. You know what I mean? Because I'm going, okay, so you're going to bring Aiden back now. I don't know. It just doesn't add up to me. Maybe they've got a grander plan, but I've been saying that now for a couple weeks, and I'm not seeing it come to fruition.
But do you think that he's just like an impressionable teen that like maybe he's not fully aware of what he's actually done?
Well, let's hopefully see that. You bring up a good point. So now,
because he texted her and was like, "Are you okay?
Right,
I need to
right.
see you."
So now, as this goes forward, if they show us all of that, which I have no faith that they will, but if they show us all of that, then maybe they'll explain some more stuff, and maybe because I want to see how they handle this rape storyline. Because I'm really curious to see how they do this, and so if they do that, maybe I'll
don't hold your breath.
I know. I'm like, they go so fast. Everything's just so fast.
I just wonder if Theo is going to find out and go ballistic.
I don't think he's going to go ballistic, but
I don't know. He's a firecracker.
I mean, they already know him. I actually did like the scene with getting real names and character names.
Theo and Joey.
Theo, Joey, and Sierra.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that scene with the three of them and them sitting with her and like, you know, we're here for you, we're friends. That I liked. I liked that camaraderie, and they looked like friends, and it felt true. Mm-hmm. Everything else, I don't know.
I know. I just think it's this. I mean, I'm all for social justice, social storylines. I'm all for that, but I'm not really liking the storyline.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to watch. I was already prepped because someone like tweeted me.
They do that all
like,
the time.
oh my God. And so I knew it was coming, but
I saw it on Facebook. I need to just stay off Facebook until I've watched all the episodes.
When would that be? Saturday?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. I guess we'll see how it plays. There's a lot happening in Salem.
There is. So we'll see how this plays out. I mean, I'll be curious to see how they do it.
Yeah. All right, so what's next up on the menu, kids?
So we have Hope, Rafe, and Andre, which a lot of good one-liners from Andre. Mm-hmm. He did a lot of them with Chad and with Roman. There's some good ones. I don't know which ones
you can think. You can tell Roman.
Okay, so it was funny. Oh my God, when they're in
because I missed it. You told me about it when you came over.
In the interrogation room, he walks in and Roman's like, Andrew, what happened to your face? And the way Andre says back to him, well, what happened to your face? It was just like
I missed it. I totally missed it
3 times,
and I rewound it when he told me. I was like, "Wait, no, I missed that. I need to watch that." And it was the way he does that because he was just kind of like leaning back in his chair and he's like, "What happened to your face?" It was so funny.
And Roman's just like, whatever, because obviously nothing happened to his face. But that was the funniest.
I almost switched that to be quote of the week.
Yeah.
But I'm going to stick with what I originally had.
He had us like, well, their plan's going through. So far, the plan's going through.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I loved the idea that they turned it on him.
Yes.
Because I totally didn't see it happen.
No.
I didn't see that happen.
And that's
either.
what I miss.
Yeah.
I miss those kind of moments.
Yeah.
That it was smart, and I was like, oh, that's so smart, because he totally has the gun, and now it looks like I'm like, oh my God, that's so good.
Yeah.
But I just know they're going to drop the ball, and it's going to be ridiculous.
Well, already, because Roman is already looking at them like,
oh, Lonnie too. Lonnie was like going to Hope.
Well,
Lonnie is
stepping up to Hope like.
Wait, no. First of all, Lonnie, girl, you just got to Salem.
Yes.
You don't know everybody like that because she already had an issue with Belle.
Yes,
it was like,
and Finn.
And Finn. Like, to Belle, she was like, she almost should have just said, listen, Trick. Like,
she ain't messing around. I keep thinking that she's going to be I feel like she's going to be the one that's going to figure it all out.
Yeah.
She's going to be the whistleblower.
Yeah.
But Roman's on to them too. Roman's looking kind of like,
Roman is too.
Yeah, something's up. They're cops.
Yeah.
Something's up. They're like, something's up, but I love it.
And that was funny because when Hope was like, do you think he bought it? Like, he was asking a lot of questions. I wanted to be like, You knew what kind of questions. Y'all work in the same profession.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't rocket science.
Nope.
But kudos to them for turning the
I
tables.
really thoroughly enjoyed that.
And I like
that
how
might be the only nice thing I say this week.
and I like how even Andre was like,
Oh wait, no, Chad was in.
Yeah. I don't think.
I like how Andre was even like, well, no, it's actually Detective Brady actually shot my father, and Rafe is covering it up. And you can hear Roman just kind of go, like, we're gonna believe you and your theory.
Right.
Yeah.
So I have to read Kendra. Kendra just wrote, faux Roman needs to shut up.
Faux Roman. Ooh.
So awful.
You've been wrong for a long time, Kendra.
That was funny. Sorry. Thank you, Kendra. You made me laugh.
Side note, because this is part of kind of storyline. I love that Hope and she has a son. Oh, like, you have a son.
Oh,
you have a son,
Sean
right?
Douglas.
They had a little moment together.
I
It's
thought
like-
the exact same thing. I was
Okay.
like, oh, they're going to be in a scene together.
Right,
Finally.
and, finally, and like it's like they don't even show him grieving his father really, or anything.
Really?
So not being there for his mom, not really being there for Sierra. It's like, oh yeah,
Nope.
they're part of the same family.
But we've seen Nicole talk about Daniel's death for 2.5 weeks.
Yes, we have. But I like the scene between the two of them, and he gave the medal, and that was kind of nice, and that he's on the force and the name Brady and all that. So
Okay, can we clarify? Sean Douglas is not a detective. He
He's
works in forensics.
forensics.
Why? I just felt like they kept talking about him as, because she's like, this is going to help you solve cases. You don't solve cases. You do stuff in a laboratory. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, stop it. Like, he's not. I like that he's not. I like that he's working in there and doing something else within the police department. I like that idea. But it's just like, is the forensics guy really hanging out with the detectives in the room all the time? Like, he's always in there getting coffee. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
He's a Brady.
Isn't there a forensics lab?
No. Why is Hope always sitting up in there? She ain't work there.
Well, she's trying to get up in Rafe.
Or is Rafe trying to get up in her?
A little bit of
Not basically that storyline. I mean, just basically the whole week was about that. Oh, hey, he's all getting down. That was the whole week of that storyline, basically, because it was just trying to get it worked so
Who
far.
died on December 31st?
He died on December 1st. I
I don't know.
don't know. Then we have
Harry?
Steve, Kayla, and Ava.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I said last week he should have went ahead and told her, listen, you here today because I had to, give that girl some good loving. But no, little crazy ass Ava.
Yes.
Sorry I said crazy. But first of all, she films it.
Yes, she
And
did.
I don't know what.
I don't blame her for filming it.
I don't know.
Dang.
Boom with that attitude.
Okay.
Because that's
I'm so glad you're back, Alexa.
that's probably
I
the
do my
last.
best.
That's probably the last time she's gonna get it, so she
Yeah.
needs something to remember it.
Yes, she
but
does.
I don't
Daniel.
know. I don't know what data plan or who she's with. But I don't know anybody that can text over a whole video.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I know,
yeah,
it's not
you
too-
can.
No,
A
not
whole
always.
video?
A whole
Yeah.
video.
Via
No.
text?
Yeah.
What kind of videos
can't.
you sending?
Yeah, you can't.
Video.
I know I can't.
Should I send you one?
No.
No, thank you.
Yeah, no, well, it's okay.
And then it comes in so
Oh
clear.
my god, I'm
Right.
totally gonna make a video and send it to you.
Oh
But I was just
It's
like,
gonna be me for 20 minutes.
but I was sitting there like I was so aggravated because it was like, had you just went ahead and just said you're here because I had sex with Ava, so that when Ava, and then have Ava not even realize that you did it, so that way when she sent it, Kayla could have been like,
Yeah.
bitch, I already know.
Right.
So go have yourself a good day.
Right. Be blessed. Stay blessed.
Stay blessed.
Stay blessed.
Stay blessed.
And she could have.
Exactly.
They should have worked. They've been working together this whole time. So they should have. I agree with you. They should have
Yeah.
just like, girl, I had love, sweetness. I had to do it.
Because
Yeah.
Because I think that Kayla is not upset at the fact that maybe he had sex in order to save her. I think she is more so upset that she got that video and he ain't say something
Oh,
in the
yeah.
beginning.
Oh, yes, yeah.
After you had chance after chance after chance.
Well,
Yeah.
I was gonna say is that I actually don't. At first it was bothering me that he wasn't telling her, but I'm at least glad that that she's already found out. Like, I'm glad it didn't go like a week or 2 weeks of him. At least it got nipped in the bud. So I don't mind it now that it happened quickly.
And it's too
If
little,
it would
too
have
late.
kept going on, I would have had more of an issue.
Yeah.
Had John,
So I don't mind it.
John
And
should have had that
let's talk-
conversation earlier with Steve.
And
Well, it's funny with John. That line, everybody's brought it up, and that line is kind of ironical. It's not a real word, but I love that word. You look like you lost your best friend. It was
Yeah.
kind of an ill-placed comment when Steve did lose his best friend Belle, like
Okay.
a month ago or so. Yes.
But I have to say, and I actually said this to Francisco when we were between shows, is Mary Beth Evans and Stephen Nichols are knocking it out.
Oh, they are.
I mean, I'm like, every single day, so glad that they're back and they're front line. I mean, they're not dialing anything in.
No, they're not.
Everything they are doing is so raw and good and genuine. It just is really making me happy. I mean, it's glad that Billy has other people to work with.
But you know why I think that...
Oh, my God.
Wait, did you say something about Billy? Because I'm not going to lie, and this has never happened, but I literally just stopped paying attention to you. And then when I came to, I was like, it must have been, it's almost like my mind knew that you were going to talk about Billy, and it went, nope, don't listen to that.
Yeah,
okay, you're good.
Done.
Yeah. So I think the reason why they're so great together is because they really do have a great connection with each other. Like even seeing them at Day of Days, you can tell that they have.
Yeah.
Like, well, we talked about it in the interview too, and I said, I know a lot of people who are super couples don't get along, and they were like, and they didn't even hesitate. They're like, "Yep, you're right. Yep."
Right. Yep.
And they said that, they hang out together. She said, I think he was there when she gave birth to one of her kids or something like that. So, and if you haven't watched it on YouTube because I interviewed them at Day of Days.
Now, I also know that they went on to play another super couple on General Hospital afterwards, Catherine Bell and Stefan Cassadine. So they transferred their chemistry to another whole show for years. So like they obviously get along. I mean, she probably would have went on that show if he was, if they didn't get along. So it worked.
I'm so happy with them. I'm going to keep saying it.
I love the house and everything.
I think everything about. I think they. I don't know. I'm very pleased.
And Joey, grow up, Joey, grow up.
Well, I think we'll be seeing more from him soon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He has to stop and look at it.
Yes. But Speaking of houses, their house reminds me of my times in South Carolina with my mom, where we would sit down for dinner and have good old-fashioned meals. But Mark, there are times where when I'm here, I just don't have time to cook.
You don't. Well,
do you have any suggestions?
You need to know how to cook. Not only do you feel like you know your way around the kitchen, but cooking at home means eating healthier and saving money instead of ordering expensive takeout again. But where do you start?
Where do I start?
Blue Apron has you covered.
Who?
Blue Apron. For less than $10 per meal, Blue Apron delivers all fresh ingredients you need to create home-cooked meals. Just follow the easy-to-step instructions. Each meal can be prepared in 40 minutes or less. No overwhelming trips to the grocery store. No more sad takeout. They have... No matter your dietary needs, Blue Apron makes it easy to cover and prepare dishes like chicken and sage biscuit pot pie. That sounds good.
So
lemon butter shrimp and tomato rice.
Yum.
Warm kale salad with
delicata.
I never heard of delicata squash and pearl farro, pomegranate seeds, and ricotta salata.
Yum, yum.
Salata. Okay, good. Right in your own kitchen. Cooked with ingredients you never heard before, clearly. Like watermelon radishes, farro, and the other things I just mentioned. Recipes are between 500 and 700 calories per portion. Delicious and good for you. Right now, you can get your first 2 meals free at blueapron.com/podcast.
Where?
blueapron.com/podcast. Blue Apron is a better way to cook.
Why, thank you for that, Mark.
And you know what? Since we're talking about cooking, I think his name was John, who tweeted me this week, which was fantastic, John. Thank you, and I did tweet you back. How to make your own pizza rolls.
Shut up.
Yeah.
So when next time Billy comes, I'll make them for him.
Okay, so
only when Billy comes.
I'm glad you.
I gotta save for a special occasion.
I'm glad you brought up pizza rolls because we
ate them all.
Well, we did eat them all, but we love hashtags here.
No, are they all gone?
No, there's still more in the freezer if you want to make them.
I'm hungry.
There's more in the freezer, girl.
But I posted on Audition Days today that I really would like for Totino's to sponsor us.
Yeah.
So
I did go on their website and try to find some way to reach out to them, but
we already have it. They contacted me back and I forwarded on to Tony, so he's gonna work it out, some kind of submission thing to work it out.
Oh,
but I feel like our fans could help us by tweeting Totino's or Facebooking them and
for sure,
tagging Dishin Days and saying hashtag sponsor Dishin Days.
Yeah.
That's what I did. I Facebooked them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh, it was through their Facebook? You got, okay, I went to the
Yeah.
website and I couldn't find anything there.
Yeah.
Did you have your glasses on?
Cool. I did. I have to have them on most of the time now.
I think you look wonderful with them glasses on,
Thank
Mark.
you, darling.
Also,
Thank
speaking of pizza rolls, I actually make my own too, but they're like the Asian dumplings.
Yeah, well,
but with
yeah,
the
these were
pizza
with
stuff inside
wonton
it. Yeah.
wonton paper or something.
Yeah.
They looked really interesting, and they were baked, not fried.
Yep.
Not that I fry ours. I microwave.
We don't even fry them.
Well, but you burn them.
Well, the one time I accidentally read the baking instructions instead of the microwave instructions. And you'd think by now I wouldn't even need to read the instructions, but whatever.
Interesting.
So yeah. So enough about food because now I'm getting hungry.
So Brady, Teresa, Nicole, Summer, and the return of Dario.
You know, I'm still gonna. I mean, I'm gonna give the new Dario a chance. However, I really did think that I really wish they would have brought Francisco back.
I agree. But new Dario's will be fine, I think.
I mean, yeah,
It'll
of
be
course.
interesting. Again, we'll see if they drop the ball.
Just open arms.
It's an actor who's been on other shows like All My Children, General Hospital. He's a great actor, Jordi Veluso, I believe his name is. And I hope they use him properly.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes. Some people have their speculations, but
Yes.
I like that they quickly just kind of caught us up with the character on how he just realized corporate wasn't for him. He's
Right.
trying to figure it out. The bartending gig is fine. But
you think he'll go back with Brady?
At some point.
I mean,
he has to. He's going to go to
yeah.
Salem.
Yeah, I feel like maybe not with Brady.
Maybe Nicole. Because
Would
Nicole's
Nicole
on her
know
way.
Dario?
I don't know.
She may,
but
but I don't think
she's
I've
going on her
seen
way to LA, so
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
they'll meet, not knowing that he was in Salem. I don't know because I think Francisco was a lot younger, and I think Nicole was a little
Yeah,
bit
they were
older, so
doing
they
different
probably wouldn't have
tiers.
been
They were
paired
doing
up.
tiers, yeah.
But maybe now, who knows?
Yeah. Speaking of Nicole, that whole oh my god, I pulled a Mark. I couldn't get it out before I started laughing. That whole thing with her and Teresa, and was like, let's take a quiz. So, is your idea man in an office at a hospital? Is he
Was that
blonde
this
or
week?
Brunette? Yeah.
Was that this week or last
Yeah.
week?
No, that was this week.
Earlier this week. I think it was earlier.
Was it?
Mid this
Oh,
week.
okay.
Like,
Yeah.
I feel like it was a long time ago, so maybe it was Monday.
She was just like, Daniel, I want Daniel.
Right, exactly right. I had a thing with the people online. I said I actually think that that Teresa and Nicole, I kind of like this because I think Teresa really does like Nicole. Like they really do like each other. And so I said, James, you're a fool, but I'm not fooled. I just think they like and do each other. But Teresa is worried. She is worried. She got her happy ending, so to speak. There's when anything happens, but she really, I know. But she cares about. I think she likes Nicole. I think they do like each other, and I think it's going to be a push and pull thing. She's worried about that. She's more worried about just Brady drifting from her more than like Nicole taking her man. It's just kind of like this is a tough thing for her. And I like the way the storyline's going.
Yeah.
And yes,
Sorry.
yes, Dario
That was me.
did mention Melanie, and I did notice it.
Oh, they say
I
that.
just kind of ignored it.
Of course you did. But yeah, everyone's on a plane to. Do y'all think that Teresa's gonna like figure out
Yes.
that Nicole, she's
I think
gonna
she's
hop on
go-
a plane too?
Oh,
Yeah.
didn't
She
it
called-
end with her?
she
saying
called-
I'm
yeah,
going?
yeah.
So I think
No, she called her.
Called the
right. So
the
yeah, I think she's gonna
fabrics.
go.
So you
Yeah, I think they're
she's
all
go
gonna
too?
end up there in that little pub on the beach that doesn't look
girl-
like any pub I've been to in LA.
That girl Summer was scary in that psychiatric center.
Yes.
She popped up like, bah! I was like, oh, it's the Ring all over again.
The Ring.
I was like, Selma's gonna come in and just whatever her name was,
Selma.
whatever her name, like Cyrus, whatever.
Yeah, bro.
She's just gonna just grab people. I was like Brady. I was like that too. Like behind the TV, I was like,
Well,
Now-
homegirl got up and walked into the water with all her clothes on. So
Right. I've done that though.
I'm like, I was like, okay. That's
how I go
So Brady's gonna go
swimming.
save her. Obviously, gonna go save her. So we'll
I'm not
see
gonna
what
take my
happens.
shirt
I
off.
want to know where they filmed that.
I'm trying to figure out what beach that is.
I mean, it's on the you can tell it's our beach because of the lifeguard stations.
Yeah, okay.
They look.
But I'm saying that because
which area, which section of
it's
the
obviously
area.
not down where I live because I live by Manhattan.
No,
Beach,
I think
so
it's
know
probably
it's-
up, probably by Will Rogers.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing that was my. Although there is kind of like it looked like there was like a hill, so it looked down more.
Yeah, I can tell,
and Will
yeah.
Rogers isn't like that, so maybe a little further more toward Malibu.
I do like the fact that they're doing so much with like just different areas and places. Like just going back when Sierra, who knew there was a bathroom located off of Horton Town Square,
Right.
that she went into, and
Yeah.
I was just like, okay,
Yeah.
I like
Oh,
that.
and I was gonna say too, though, speaking of the beach, I'm happy to see them outside. I'm happy
Yeah.
to see them in, you know what I mean? It's like you have an entire lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I get building set, because we make fun of like, why is Andre living in the
hotel?
Everyone lives in the
Along
hotel.
with Chase.
And I get it. I understand the business side that it costs money to build a set and to remove a set and keep changing things out. So I understand that, and I try to let it go as much as I can. But it's like it's just so refreshing to see them outside, to see them in a new place and stuff like that. So
people thought it was fake.
and we don't really see the Brady pub anymore, although we saw it for a hot second. Now we don't really see that anymore. So it's like you see one set for a while, then they switch it out, and they see another set for a while and switch it out. So
It might be Malibu. Who knows? I mean, I agree with you guys.
I'll be interested. So what do we think? So now I'm confused because now is Brady going to be with? See, and this is my other question too. So he starts having these dreams about Nicole. But now they've switched to Summer.
Yes.
So that's another point like I was making before. Why did we have dreams about Nicole if we're just going to end up having dreams? You know what I mean? Like, it just like that doesn't lead to that. I don't get how they're connected.
Well, it's dreams. Like, it's something to connect the fact that like weird dreams are coming up. Like they didn't want to right off the bat go, here's this help.
Yeah, but then they have a whole dialogue about Nicole and is he falling in love with Nicole now because he has her heart?
No, I think he isn't. I think what they're trying to do is so that he's trying to follow Daniel's heart, so to speak, and that's why he was he's confused.
So where's
also.
Rebecca?
Well, that's why they mentioned that first. I mean, it's not his wife. It's his chick. So he's saying
And where's
Carly?
Chelsea?
Well, Carly was his.
And Carly.
Yeah, they're all his love.
So now Brady's gonna like all the people that Daniel likes?
This doesn't bother me so much. I think he's trying to find out too. He said he's confused also. I think he's trying to find out.
Listen,
also.
we're just as confused.
Yeah.
We just listen for the song.
And you open armed, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
We love your
Blah,
enthusiasm.
blah, blah, whatever.
Yeah.
Completely tried my entire life just now. The whole entire thing from beginning to end, from birth to near death.
Hi, Kendra. Hi, our
You start from 17 and work your way down.
Or 17 and work your way up. All right, so Belle and Philip.
Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I think that this is my personal take. Mm-hmm. I think they are both in love with each other.
Yes.
I think they are scared because they have different things going on in their life.
I agree.
And I'm just going to say, I think I like them better than her and Sean D.
Me too. And I also like that Philip finally told Victor what was going on.
Yes.
With Damos. They figured it all out.
But did you notice that Victor still had the rest in bitch face? It's like, why are you here?
Oh, he had attitude. Oh, he was like, he had attitude, little soul.
Until the light bulb went off and he was like, this is what you gonna do. And then you let me know his next move.
Yes.
Like you gonna go, you gonna be very apologetic. Yes. And he was like, well, what if he doesn't believe me? He's like, do it.
Yeah.
You should be believable.
Yes. I also like the fact that Belle and Marlene had a little drinkykins and talks.
Yeah, I like that.
And actually it gave more Belle, like she just wants to cut loose. She's tired. She wants to cut loose. It's all like, nobody thinks she's a good person, and she's like, I'm a good person. I just want to cut loose everyone. I just want to, you know. She's a lawyer. She's buttoned up. I actually liked her a little better with that.
Yeah.
And Martha's killing it anyway. Every week she's killing it every week.
Oh, I love how Martha is playing Belle.
Yes, me too.
Claire, please go to anywhere and find a seat and sit in it because you are being too grown.
She is being too grown.
And I wish Belle would have went through with that slap because it's like, listen, you don't question where this money is coming from, okay? Do you want to go to London, Tokyo, or not?
I know. But she raised it, she goes, do it. I was like, ooh. I was like, oh, girl.
And
I would have done it.
Listen, let me tell you, Mildred Moore would have looked at me. First of all, I wouldn't have been able to get half of the stuff that Claire got out.
Yeah, well, me either. Not at all.
Not at all. Questioning people about where their money, and then gives you an answer, and then you go off on a tangent. It would have been like, go sit your. That's what my mom would.
Oh no, I wouldn't even got the words out. My mouth turning to say something. I would have been popped already. Popped.
So I wish Belle would have just went ahead and gave. Don't you talk back to me? I'm still your mama.
That's right.
I don't care what me and your daddy. See, that's what I need from Belle right now. Like she's already. Like I need her to look at Claire and be like, listen here, you little heifer. Like you ain't gonna sit here and talk to me, okay?
Exactly.
You ain't gonna sit here and talk to me any kind of way or sideways. You can do that with your daddy, but
That's
you ain't gonna do that with me.
Well, I will say this though. I would say that now more than ever, teenagers are talking to their parents that way. Yeah. So it's almost Like, I would have never done it. You would have never done it. You would have never done it.
I did.
I mean, I can't. I mean, I'm in that school where I can't even fathom talking to my mom like that. But you watch shows all the time with these kids that are talking to their parents like that. So I'll let it go. I'll let that go a little bit.
It's fantasy. I raised children. I know it's like when my girls try to talk to me like that, I shut them down with my deepest voice on earth, and they shut up. They knew better to go too much farther.
Yeah.
With that.
I was going to tell you. I told you this earlier today. I was preparing for Francisco, and I got caught up in YouTube and watching old clips and stuff. And I was watching Martha's T Radio V, and she had Brandon Beamer, and they were talking about their time on days and stuff. And she said something that I thought I never knew, and I thought was fantastic. And they were talking about how the fans were saying that they didn't think that Brandon and Martha had chemistry, but they thought that Martha and
J. Kenneth
Johnson did. And Brandon goes, well, that's because you had such a crush on J. Kenneth Johnson. She's like, oh my God, I did. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I just thought it was, so if you guys haven't seen it, you should watch her T Radio V thing on YouTube because it was quite funny. And they talked a lot about how they found out that they were going to be let go and how they both handled it. It was quite interesting. So if you guys haven't seen it, you should watch it.
And just recently, she had Tamara Braun on the show as well. So, and I believe her show comes on Wednesdays on TRadioV.com.
Yeah, it's Soapbox. It's called Soapbox.
So, support
it was interesting,
Martha.
and she is definitely. And it's funny because I think that Belle now is more like Martha.
Yeah.
Whereas Belle before was more like Kirsten Storms, I guess, her version of Belle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think she's kind of bringing her own, like Francisco said. I think if I had a chance to do it again, I would bring a little more on me. And I think that maybe Martha's doing that. She's bringing a little bit more of her.
And
I'm
she's
happy
a mom
with it.
too, so I think she has that.
I like, you know, it's kind of like there's somebody else. I feel like there's somebody else on the show too where Sammy. I really like Sammy with Lucas. But I didn't mind her with EJ. You know what I mean? Like, I like that that they have that we're, you know, I don't mind her being, you know, okay, go be with Philip for a while now. Build a story there. Have, you know, maybe in a year or two, Sean comes in and saves the day and Sean can now do something else on the side. You know what I mean? Like, that's fine. I don't have an issue with that. I kind of like that they have that. And I think that Martha and Brandon do have chemistry. And I enjoy seeing them together.
But we got Shondi looking at Lonnie a little bit.
Yeah. I think I don't know. I feel like they're dipping.
And Lonnie's probably not having it.
No, she was like,
she said she would.
Fraternization's okay. She's like, because you know, Rafe obviously Rafe's into Hope. That was her first choice.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like they keep trying different people with her to test out the waters. So I don't know. I'm not gonna get committed until I see it actually go.
And I like the character of Lonnie.
Yeah,
I do like Lonnie.
I think she needs another brother.
Oh, there we go. There we go. And then we got this. Now, these two people, I actually really enjoyed their scenes, Jennifer and Eric. I thought Greg Vaughn and Missy Reeves, especially Greg Vaughn, knocked it out the park
You've
again.
never played baseball a day in your life.
I did. I'm going to bring in a picture next week.
Of you sitting on the bench?
Of me. No. And you know what? The very first time I ever got a hit and my name was in the paper was on my dad's birthday.
How funny.
He said, if you do anything for me for my birthday, I want you to get a hit. And I was like, well, they got to put me in first, Dad. But that was the very first time I ever got a hit. Yeah, I did.
I know.
I'll bring in a picture.
But they were killing it. They were killing it. I thought when he said, "What are you gonna do when you can't hold on to anything anymore?" It was just like when he was like, and he was drunk, and then they were just looking at each other, and she broke down in the middle of the scene.
Yeah,
her
and then
acting
they started kissing.
When he was looking for the pill bottle, I almost peed myself.
He was like, "It's here."
He's like, "I know it's here. I know I saw it." I
was laughing so hard. Greg Vaughn is the bomb. He's really working it.
I thought
both of them were loopy on both of the things.
I love that he called her out on it.
Yeah,
I love that he called her. I was like, not very many pills in there.
That's what I needed from his character. I needed to see the progression of him being drunk. And all of a sudden it was like, I'm having drinks, and now I'm drunk, and now I kill people.
Yeah.
Yes.
I needed that. I needed that progression.
That happened quick.
It was just like she goes, Daniel's dead, you killed him. I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
And he turned around on her like, okay, wait a minute, girl.
But you know those were the pills talking.
Yeah.
I like Loopy Jen sometimes.
Me too.
She's just so like in her own world.
Yeah, not as goody.
Yeah, and please go to the grocery store. She has still not been to the grocery store. She got people in her house.
She still hasn't been to the grocery store yet.
Oh my God. And then with the whole thing with her not sending that press release and her figuring out that she did, Jennifer.
Now you're messing up.
And when she was talking to the her boss or whoever. Like there was
Yeah.
a moment where I was like, I feel like Missy Reeves wants to get really upset, but she's still kind of containing herself. I wanted to say, go on and be upset with them pills, girl.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's Jennifer and Eric. All right, and that has been your week of days, and now we are moving on to our favorite part of the show, which is our segments.
Oh.
And we're going to start with mine, the official 3 Snaps Award.
Oh, snap!
That's right. All right, so I am going to give my official 3 Snaps Award to Demios. And this is why.
Demos.
Whatever. Demos.
They always get upset with us online.
And this is why. Because Victor had a henchman
Yes.
follow Demos.
Yes.
And Demos was minding his business in the private area of the Horton Town Square. And the henchman was basically like, you got to go. He was like, I ain't going nowhere. And then the henchman went, and next thing I know, the henchman was beat up. And it was like, they might as well just started playing Kung Fu Fighting. Like, Demos... and so when Demos was like, shoo, whoo, and then I was like, yes! And then the next snap came when he sent the text to Victor and was like, what did he say? Because I actually wrote
Like
it down.
Tri Brother or something like that, or whatever.
Yes, yeah. You'll always lose to me.
Yeah.
Or wait, hold on. No, because I pulled a mark. I had to write it down. I had to write it down. He said, he was like, nice try, but you will always lose to me. I was like, oh snap! I was like, you beat up the henchman and then text your brother. So, Demos, you get Tony's official 3 Snaps Award. Oh, snap! That was sickening.
That's good.
It was good. All right, and now it's time for James Lott Jr.'s Look Who's Related.
Now, this Look Who's Related is kind of morbid, but it's based on Sierra, and they have used rape as a storyline on Days before, and these are 4 of like the main ones that have kind of had major storylines, and 3 of them are still on the show. Jennifer, of course, she pretended to be Katrina von Leuschner, which was Carly's real name back in the day, and married Lawrence Alamain, and he raped her on their wedding night.
Ah, I forgot
That was
about
one
that.
thing.
Okay.
Then, of course, I don't need to go into it. Jack raped Kayla.
Right.
A long time ago.
Right.
Marlena was raped back in 1981 by Kellen Chandler, which, in long story short, led her to meet Roman Brady. Because there was a whole trial, and he was killed by his son, and then there's a Salem Strangler, which all led to Roman taking care of Marlena. So that's why I mentioned that one for sure, because that was kind of like a long road to Marlena. Then, of course, Sammy was raped as a teen by Alan, who was in love with Carrie, and Carrie didn't do it back to him. His name was Alan, yes.
Oh.
He was a tall, blonde guy.
But
Can I finish my
Go
little
ahead.
story, please? And so he was a tall, blonde guy. And he was a friend of Lucas's who was in love with Carrie. Carrie didn't care about him too much. So he raped her. And then he tried to rape her again, and she shoots him in the groin.
Sammy did?
Yes.
Okay, now...
That's what related.
And then, am I not mistaken, can't we technically say that EJ raped Sammy?
Yeah, there's a whole thing with that, too. It's kind of, I guess you can.
I mean...
He did take her.
In my opinion, so...
Yeah. So that's something, I didn't put that in this one, but that is somebody, people have brought that up before, too.
Yeah.
I didn't add it. I thought the other one was a bigger storyline, because when she shot him in the groin, he tried it again, and she was like, and shot him in the groin, and blew off his balls. So that's who's related.
Lorena Bobbitt.
That's right. That was it.
That was the original.
Yeah.
And that has been James Lott Jr.'s Look Who's Related. Did I say it?
I know.
I was like, that's been
Let
Let me try that again. Take 2. And that has been James Lott Jr.'s Look Who's Related. And now it's time for Mark's Quote of the Week.
That's it.
All right. I think everybody...
That was great, Mark. And now
much.
we're gonna...
I don't think it's going to be any surprise that I chose Andre Theo Pengalis to have Quote of the Week this week, because he had a lot of zingers out there this week. But the one that I really thought was funny was when Chad walks in and he says, "And I suppose your lovely fiance, she's redecorating our family home. Please tell me she hasn't brought the Horton family Hummel collection with her." I did have to Google Hummel collection because I didn't know exactly. I figured it was something what it was. We had Precious Moments growing up, so I was like, "Oh, they should have said Horton family Precious Moments." I would have gotten it right away. Yeah. But I laughed anyway because I had an idea that that's what it was, and that's exactly what it was. But I thought it was really funny, so that was my Quote of the Week.
Well, and that has been
Mark's Quote of the Week.
all right. And now it's time for some news and gossip.
No fan of the week?
No fan of the week.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Before we go,
Killing me.
Oops, I'm
I
like,
was doing so well.
You were nailing them all.
like, there's a fan of the week thing. I'm like, uh-oh.
well, now it's time for Mark's fan of the week. Our fan of the week.
My fan of the week, actually, I chose last Sunday after we left here.
Oh.
We met out with Matthew. We didn't meet out. We ended up all being at the same place later in the night. And I was walking through the bar to get another drink. And I ran into a friend of mine who watches us and watches Days. And we were talking. And he was just so sweet and kind. Again, it was 2 weeks in a row now. People that I'm seeing on the streets.
Yes.
So Dave Carey, who I've
Oh,
worked
Dave.
with. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've done caterings and stuff together.
Yeah.
And stuff. But we had a long talk at the bar and everything. And he talked about us and Days of Our Lives. And then we chatted about Days, of course, everything. So I wanted to give him Fan of the Week because of his,
Congratulations.
his
Thank
love
you.
and support. I also wanted to give a shout out to Joe Howell, who had to work today and couldn't watch us live. She was very upset. So I want to give her a little shout out.
Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Make them coins, girl.
Yeah.
All right, now it's time for some news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right, James Lott Jr., you kick off our news and gossip with some own little news and gossip of our own.
So, folks, I actually have some news for you guys, and I hope everybody's sitting down. But I just celebrated my 1 year with Edition Days and AfterBuzz TV, as you know. I had an amazing opportunity in my other career, maybe you guys know I have another career, that came my direction, and I chose to take it. So my last day with Edition Days as a regular host will be next Sunday, February 28th.
Bye, girl.
I know. I don't mean to laugh about you guys, but just that we are, as you know, the three of us are friends off the show. I will still be a friend to the show, of course. I will be available to talk about Days. Of course, I'll probably do some periscopes, all that kind of stuff online. Mark and Tony have graciously extended.
Oh, you trying to do a spinoff? Oh, I see how this is going. You trying to do the spinoff? There's always one. And I thought I was the Beyonce of the group, right? I thought I would be the one that would be like, okay, y'all, I'm gonna go solo now. But little did I know, Michelle was gonna come up.
We decided it was Michelle the other day.
Yes.
No, but Mark and Tony have graciously extended the invitation to come back anytime and talk about Edition Days with you guys.
Yes, absolutely.
And I'll be sending a video here and there.
Oh, did we?
Oh, this is him. As he would say, he tried it.
He tried it.
And I may send a Look Who's Related video in every once in a while. But whomever they get to sit in this chair, please be kind to them like you were to me. I really appreciate it. I came on as a recast myself. And
You have been recast with Billy Flynn.
oh, Jesus Christ. And
Ladies and gentlemen, this is.
oh my God. You can follow him at Lounge with Tony. But you guys are all my first, and so you never forget your first, of course. And I will be on Gentry Report.
Nasty.
And we're all part of Soap Block family, and so that's my announcement for today.
Yes. Well,
But you'll still be doing GH Report.
Until the
Yes.
GH Report.
Yeah.
Well, James Lott Jr., you know my thoughts.
Yes, I do.
and I think that this is the.
Clearly.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Because I don't skip a beat. But as I said before, the three of us really worked.
Yes,
it clicked,
it did.
and I think I was the one that was just like, "Are you sure? Like,
Yes.
is there anything that we can do?"
Yeah.
Like, I was just,
Yes, he was.
Yes.
And I've talked to both of them extensively.
Can
so-
start a new hashtag, bring James back.
You can't stop this. He's like, no, he's all hashtag I can't.
Hashtag I can't. Bye, girl.
My girl.
Hashtag bye,
My
girl.
girl. So that's as people have been asking me. There's some announcements coming this weekend. That's my big announcement. And so, but I love Edition Days. I love these guys. And so,
Stay tuned for James Lott Jr.'s. Why can't I say your name?
I don't know why.
You know why?
Now's a good time to start.
You know why? Because I don't want to no more. Because apparently he doing a spinoff and I ain't know him about it.
Spit off.
I'm just
Oh my God,
kidding.
Yes.
All right, but James Lott Jr., we wish you
Thank
all
you.
the success with your new job, and I'm glad that our soap fans won't be done with you completely because you have the GH report.
Yes.
Because he ain't got no more Edition Days.
I enjoy. So anyway, so that's
All right. So, okay, let's move on. All right, so we want to send a congratulations out to Cassie DePaiva and Christopher Sean, who were both seen on primetime TV within the past week. On the 14th, Cassie DePaiva was a guest star on ABC's Castle. So hopefully you guys caught that. And then this past Friday, Hawaii Five-0 premiered, and Christopher Sean reprised his role as Gabriel. And Mark and I went to a little gathering that he had in Hollywood at Cabo Wabo to celebrate his premiere and his character. Did another phenomenal job.
Amazing. He was hands down the best part of that episode.
Yeah.
I'm not even saying that because he's Christopher Sean. He's on Days of Our Lives. Because you know me. I'd tell you if I didn't like it.
Yeah.
He hands down.
He's so good.
Knocked it out of the ballpark.
He plays evil so
good.
So
good.
Yeah. Watching the show, I get a little afraid.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
And we had a nice little chat with his girlfriend, who's so...
She's great. She's a great...
sweet.
And shout out to Brad.
Brad Everett Young was there as well.
Yeah.
Yep. And we sat with Casey and True. They were very sweet. And
I can sit down.
We had a good time. So congratulations to Christopher Sean and Cassie DePaiva. Now, if you guys want to meet some of your favorite Days of Our Lives stars, there is an event held by Starstruck Fan Events in Atlanta, Georgia, March 19th through 20th. This event will feature Christopher Sean, Brian DiTillo, Guy Wilson, Judy Evans, the new Dario Hernandez, Mr. Jordy
Villaluso.
Jordy?
Yeah. Jordy. His name is Jordy.
Jordy. Mary Wilson and Eric Martzoff.
Mary Wilson is Summer?
Is Summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maria Wilson, yeah.
Yeah, so for details on how to get tickets, make sure you go to starstruckfanevents.com. But we were lucky enough to give away 2 tickets to the meet and greet, and we have our winner. This person went and she commented and did everything that she was supposed to. So congratulations. Not that everyone didn't. I'm sure everyone did. But congratulations to Melissa Suber Quillen. You are the winner of 2 meet and greet passes to the Atlanta event. Just to let you know, hotel and transportation is on your own, as we here at Dish and Days do not provide transportation.
Go on, girl. Okay.
So congratulations and happy birthday. It's going to be her birthday.
Oh, her birthday. Oh, wow. That's good.
So it's going to be a great birthday gift for her.
Birthday gift for you.
So congratulations. Now, of course, speaking of winners, we have one more winner to announce.
Yes.
And this is the winner of our 1-year anniversary prize pack, which includes signed headshots from Greg Vaughn, Melissa Archer, and Paul Telfer. And their very own little elephant. Yes, as we all love the elephant.
Funny.
And it's signed...
I know the elephant.
It's signed by us, Melissa. Well, you will. I mean, could you have just gone?
With it.
Could you have just gone?
I was like, you guys signed it. You didn't tell me. I mean, I'm not surprised.
Really good.
So, and it's all signed by us. I'm sorry, blood diamonds are not included with this elephant. But the winner is from Facebook, and it's Carrie Lucas. So, Carrie Lucas, you are the winner of our prize pack. Now, as a little quick reminder, you guys got us to 3,000 followers on Facebook, and I said that we will hashtag unlock a prize. So, later on today, I will be posting an autographed book from Theo Panglis of his book, Places, The Journey of My Days, My Life. So you guys will be able to win that on Facebook only. So make sure you head over to Dish and Days Facebook to find out how to enter to win your signed autographed copy of Theo's book, Places, The Journey of My Days, My Lives.
I think that.
And the next goal will be 3,500.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we were getting 100 real quick, and I was like, I'm starting to run out of prizes, so we got to get it up to 3,500. And another quick shout out to Emma for our lovely logo here. Thank you very much. It looks wonderful. And a special thanks to Francisco San Martin for coming in today on our Spotlight On and revisiting his time on Days and allowing us to catch up with him. If you didn't catch that, we're going to put a link in our description below so that you can check that out. So make sure you do. And now on to predictions.
I do have one.
Oh, okay.
Of course you do. And I'm sure it involves Bill Flynn.
Oh, my God.
Go ahead, Mark.
It does have...
Of course it does. My geez.
Well, I was just thinking, because, like, I know, like, they all... when there are a Brady or a Horton, it's tough because they can only like so many people on the show,
right.
and that's why Brady gets around and Melanie gets around and Daniel gets around because they can be with a lot of different people on the show. So I was thinking that this new girl that's coming on to be James or Joey's love interest should be Chad's half sister. So not a Demira, but related to her mother.
A Peterson or Woods. She was Madeline Peterson Woods or whatever.
Because I think Chad needs a sister, like a little sister to kind of protect.
All right. James, anything?
No.
Well, y'all stay tuned and make sure that you are just like fans with open arms and you just take and receive whatever it is that you need to. All right, so that has been your full recap of Days of Our Lives right here on AfterBuzz TV's Edition Days. But before we go, hey, Mark, tell them where they can find not only you, but your hair as well.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Lorraine Love, LORAYNELOVE, or my hair on Twitter, livin' for the number 4, the hair. And you can find Billy Flynn at Billy M. Flynn.
Oh, jeez. No one asked. I'm James Lott Jr. Of course, you can find me at Black Hope LA on Twitter and James Lott Jr. everywhere else.
And of course, you guys can find me on all social media platforms at Lounging with Tony or my website, loungingwithtony.com. Don't forget to like us, follow us on Facebook and Instagram, Edition Days, and on Twitter at _ Edition Days.
Oh, and happy birthday, Willa.
Happy birthday, Willa. Happy birthday, Willa. Oh,
and
my God.
Don't go anywhere because we have the GH report coming up and there's a special guest.
Donnell Turner.
Now, you want to talk about someone sweating?
Yes.
Stay tuned for that.
He's right outside that door.
I know he is.
Because this chocolate is about to melt. We'll see you guys next Sunday for another Edition Days.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.